Not whether they deserve the kind of fight. Look, I'm trying to be a bit diplomatic about it. If you can put asses on seats and fill that stadium with two fighters who hate each other, who can't stand each other, who have family history like that, you'd be a fool not to be a part of it or put it on, or to put that on for the public. The public have shown that they want it. Everyone wants to see that fight. It's, for me, obviously, the fact that it's not a world title fight, is it? It's not.
Paul Smith makes it clear. When two fighters like Eubank Jr. and Benn are fueled by pure hatred and a family history filled with animosity, the spectacle becomes impossible to ignore. A fight like this doesn't need a world title to capture the attention of boxing fans worldwide. Some might argue that without a championship on the line, the stakes aren't as high. But here's the real question. What matters more, the belt or the raw fire and intensity these two bring to the ring? When fans demand a fight like this, promoters would be foolish to turn it down. Ignoring this match simply because it lacks a title is a failure to understand what makes a fight truly great. And here's the twist. While there may not be a belt at stake, this showdown will go down as one of the most talked about battles in boxing history. The moment of truth is coming.
We expect that from Chisora. I'm not going to lie, when it happens, I laughed my head off. I absolutely laughed my head off.
I did too.
I thought it was quite poetic. I thought what happened was quite funny. It wasn't dangerous. It wasn't something that, like, I heard someone, Nigel, saying, I thought he glassed him. I can understand by the noise of it. Things happen fast in the heat of a moment. I get it. But afterwards, all's well that ends well, really. And it's created a lot more fuss about the fight, a lot more column inches, a lot more press publicity. All publicity is good publicity. But then the board come in and think they can find a fight.
Paul Smith doesn't hold back when discussing the chaos that unfolded. It was absolutely priceless. When it happened, he couldn't stop laughing, and honestly, who could blame him? It was pure poetic madness, a perfect moment in a rivalry already burning red hot. The truth is, nothing truly dangerous happened, just some fast-moving, high-intensity drama that only added fuel to the fire of one of the most anticipated fights in boxing. On the other hand, people like Nigel Benn saw it differently. Some even believed glass had been thrown. But here's the thing. Heat of the moment madness is part of every epic showdown. In the end, it only made everything more exciting. The press ate it up. The drama brought even more attention, and now a £100,000 fine. Come on, that's just more boxing hype. This is why the sport thrives on controversy. It's a spectacle, and we can't look away. So, was it all just part of the show, or did the chaos go too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Prediction for that fight?
For the main event?
Yeah.
My mind changes every day.
What's your gut feel?
My gut says Eubank, but I can see a fight where Conor does the job, and I can see a fight where Chris does the job. But I don't think it's going to be one-sided, no matter who wins.
Do you think it's 50-50 pick and fight?
I go 60-40. 60 Chris, 40 Conor.
Riley's prediction is fueling massive anticipation, and he's not making it easy for anyone. The truth is, his opinion shifts daily on who will emerge victorious in this battle. On one hand, his gut leans toward Eubank. But here's the twist. He can just as easily envision a scenario where Benn stuns everyone and takes the win. One thing Riley is certain about, this won't be a one-sided fight. This is going to be an all-out war. And while it's not your typical 50-50 matchup, he sees it as 60-40 in favor of Eubank. But here's the burning question. Can Benn rise to the occasion and steal the victory? Riley can't stop speculating, and with stakes this high, this fight has the potential to change the division forever. The moment of truth is coming.
Longer. He can punch Conor anyway, you know what I mean? He's always had a dig on him. I think he might get that from the old man, but he's improved a lot, Conor, and he can dig. So I think that would be a surprise for Eubank because he's quite very explosive. Conor is, you know what I mean? He's especially when he comes out of the blocks, he's dangerous, you know what I mean? So he'll be.
Felix Cash pulls no punches in his assessment of Conor Benn, making it clear he's not underestimating him for a second. The truth is, Benn's power has always been something to fear, and Cash emphasizes just how dangerous it can be. On the other side, The improvements in Benn's game are undeniable. He's stronger, more explosive, and hits harder than ever. What's more, Cash believes Benn's punch is a ticking time bomb for someone like Eubank, a surprise just waiting to happen. Not only that, Cash highlights how Benn's explosiveness, especially in the early rounds, makes him a serious threat. The burning question remains: can Eubank weather the storm, or will Benn catch him off guard? This fight has all the ingredients for a thrilling showdown, and fans are on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting what's next. The moment of truth is coming, and it's going to be explosive.
I'm telling you, they don't like each other.
What have you made of Chris Eubank Jr. going down this road of constantly calling him a cheat?
Chris Eubank Jr. is a great self-promoter. I like Chris Eubank Jr. for box. I think he's good for boxing. He's acted slightly out of character in this one because he's never been physical, like in a face-to-face. I think the fight was big enough already, but it made the fight that much bigger, didn't it? So, listen, I'm backing Conor to win the fight.
Moreover, Sam Jones doesn't mince words when it comes to the rivalry between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. Without a doubt, the bad blood between these two is real, and Jones is quick to highlight just how personal it has become. The truth is, Eubank's relentless tactic of labeling Benn a cheat has crossed a line. On the other hand, while Eubank is known for being a master self-promoter, he's never been this physical before. This time, he's acting completely out of character, something even Jones finds surprising. What's more, Jones believes the fight was already massive, but Eubank's antics have taken it to another level. The burning question is, did Eubank go too far, or is this just a calculated move to sell a fight? Meanwhile, Jones makes it crystal clear. He's backing Benn to come out on top. This rivalry is set to shake the boxing world. The moment of truth is coming.
You know, for all the promotion, for all the nonsense, for all the crap, you've got two fighters here. Might not be for a world title, but if you want to see a scrap, you're going to see one, because these two like to fight. Look at their careers. They are the fighters. They are the brawlers. They love it. And they only know one way. And that's what's going to happen on April 26th. They're going to meet in the ring, in the center of the ring, and they're going to go off. And that's why the casual fans are going to love this fight. Yes, the boxing fans.
Meanwhile, Ben Shalom isn't holding anything back. This fight is pure, unfiltered chaos. Forget the belts, forget the drama, forget the trash talk. This is a war between two warriors fueled by aggression. Their careers have been built on one thing: relentless, uncompromising combat. Neither man knows how to take a step back or play it safe. They don't dance around the ring, they come to fight. On April 26, there will be no fancy footwork, no cautious jabs. From the opening bell, they'll meet in the center of the ring, and the war will begin. The only question is, how long can they keep up the brutal pace before one of them breaks? Expect fireworks. Expect mayhem. And don't expect this one to go the distance.
So, yeah, I think the difficulty for Conor Benn in this fight is the weight and is the size. I think he's a better fighter. And I think at a natural weight class, he's a big favourite in the fight. But coming up two weight classes, it makes it a 50-50 fight. And you ain't going to blink in this one.
Eddie isn't holding back. Conor Benn is walking into a nightmare matchup. His biggest challenge isn't his skill. It's the massive size disadvantage. Moving up two weight classes isn't just a hurdle. It's a game changer. At his natural weight, Benn would have been the clear favorite, but now this fight is a toss-up. The power gap between these two is undeniable, and Eubank Jr.'s superior size and endurance could be a nightmare for Benn. Every second of this fight is critical. One mistake could be disastrous. Both fighters have knockout power, and this isn't just a boxing match. It's a war. The real question is, can Benn defy the odds and overcome the weight disadvantage, or will the extra pounds drain his power and leave him exposed? This fight is a ticking time bomb. When it explodes, no one will be ready for the follow-up.
And Conor Benn is an animal with a hot head. And as soon as that bell goes, you've only got to watch Nigel Benn's fights and Conor Benn's fights in his career so far to realise he's going to set about him from the first bell.